Prepare to witness the power.
Hello, and welcome to another episode of the Friggin Nerds Show. I'm your host, Mario Lima, and to my right is...
James Finch.
How you doing, buddy?
Pretty good, man. How you been?
Pretty... I'm sure you're happy with last Sunday's results.
Yes, I am.
Brady's-
I'm very happy. Most of all, I'm happy that it was a good game. It wasn't just like a blowout.
It was a really good game.
It was a fun game to watch. A lot of yards. Most yards ever thrown in any Super Bowl.
Yeah, man. It was
Brady threw for 505.
Yeah, it was a crazy game, and people are blaming the defense, but I think both teams didn't have any defense. Man.
It was definitely an offensive game.
Yeah, it was just really tough. Brady can't catch a ball, we learned.
a little dive, man. Come on, it's a Super Bowl.
Yeah.
What are you doing?
It's whatever. It's over. We're drinking Sumo today. But, in the wake of things, we had a lot of nerdy news coming through the Super Bowl. A lot of great commercials. One being really early in the Super Bowl was the teaser trailer for Solo, a Star Wars story, something we've been interested in seeing.
The movie that no one ever wanted to be made.
But I think it has somewhat of some promise.
Lando.
Yeah, man.
Lando's
Give me a Lando Gambino movie.
I'll take a Lando movie.
That's why I was thinking seeing these two trailers, because we had the 30-second teaser during the Super Bowl. The next day we had about a 2-minute trailer that showed a lot more. Seeing all the main characters, seeing a lot of Lando, seeing a lot of Han, obviously, Woody Harrelson.
Yeah.
So, and what's her name from Game of Thrones?
Emilia Clarke.
She's so hot. I'm sorry,
Indeed.
she's hot. So, it's an interesting cast. You got Chewie in there. I think that the guy playing Chewie is the guy who did all the action scenes in Force Awakens and Jedi. So, that's something to look forward to, I guess. Only complaint, obviously, with me, it's just I bitch about it online, is the Falcon.
Yeah.
And of how it looks. And I talked to a lot of people about it. And apparently it's just one of the... It's just how the Falcon looked back in the day, because I actually have this little bottle opener.
Mine.
Your bottle opener. So the issue I had was...
The squares.
It's just like this little section right here. It's like closed off. It looks like a guitar pick or something. And the interior is very white, which I understand.
It's
maybe
brand new.
It's new, but it's not brand new. It's an old chip. It's like before Lando had it had at least 5 or 6 other owners. So it's an old chip still. But a friend of mine showed. I'll put a image up on some of the Millennium Falcon user guide.
I saw
There's
that.
all the different configurations of the ship.
I was oh, nice.
So it makes sense. This little section could be for cargo, and in the trailer, I assume there's going to be a Kessel Run.
I would think there is,
because they did release a few months ago, or a month ago, the Falcon down, a Lego set of the Falcon from a new movie, and it said the Kessel Run Falcon. So I assume that
Lego does that. They give away a lot of stuff.
Yeah, they just show things up. And
Skyliner did that to a few things, and they know what they release these toys and video games a month before the movie comes out, and it gives away a lot of things.
Yeah, so I'm wondering if besides that, if we're going to see some other. I wonder if we're going to see, it seemed Chewie and him were pretty close pals in the trailer. So do they know each other already? Do they meet in the movie? I assume Lando and him meet because Woody Harrelson's kind of I'm putting a team together, kid. And they're kind of doing an A-team thing.
There's that, and Han was going to go to work for the Empire.
Yeah.
And I think one of his things was to transport slaves.
Really?
And the Wookiees, obviously, when they lost, became enslaved. So I think he was maybe transporting Chewie when he was kind of all right, well, this is fucked up.
This is a cool dog. I'm going to keep him.
Yeah, exactly. He's going to be my fucking co-pilot.
I mean...
So I don't know if that's it. Maybe.
I assume something like that's going to happen in the movie at some point, like where it is like it's all meeting and origins and whatnot. So I'm sure we're going to see that. We're going to see him get the Falcon, obviously. In some pieces of the trailer, I saw Lando piloting it with some like weird robot. They did some weird like synchronized thing with their fingers, and they took off in the ship. I don't know if you noticed that in the trailer.
I did not notice that.
So obviously it's still Lando's. I'm sure there's a scene with Lando sitting at like a poker table. So I'm sure they probably that you see the game where he wins the Falcon over.
I forgot what it's called.
What the game he plays?
Yeah, the game he plays. It's not poker, but
it's like space poker.
Yeah,
it's like I saw he had some weird looking cards in his hand in some of the images that Entertainment Weekly actually put out yesterday with the cover and like a bunch of images from the movie. So we always talk a lot of crap about it before it even came out, and we got to give it time. I think when a movie comes out, I'm sure we'll have Matt on the show to really talk about it.
I don't know.
I'm gonna give it a
don't
chance.
have high hopes for it.
Yeah, I mean,
give me a Lando movie. I'll take that.
That's what I'm saying, man.
My friend Kyle, I spoke to him the other day, and he put it best. There are some characters that you just don't recast or remake, and Han Solo is definitely one of those characters because, I mean, he's fucking Han Solo.
It kind of like takes away the mystery.
Yeah, and they got this kid that doesn't really look like Han Solo. I mean,
doesn't sound like him either, man.
No.
Like that one scene at the end of the trailer where it's kind of like, it's like, whew, that was a close one, but we're fine. Like, I feel like Han wouldn't act like that. Yeah. Understandable, he's a younger Han, so obviously maybe he's a little more dopey, he's a little more cocky kid, and I don't know, man. I think we could leave it at that. We'll see this summer, middle of May, I think it's coming out 25th, I think the trailer said, I'm not sure. But we have that to look forward to.
Yeah, there's a big thing about that. The notice they were like it was a meme. It was like notice it's coming out in May, but not May the 4th.
Yeah, that would be too obvious.
Yeah.
Plus, they probably won't be able to finish it by then. No. It looks like it's pretty much done, but I wouldn't be surprised if they pushed it back a little bit. But I'm hoping I wouldn't mind. I don't mind a summer Star Wars flick, But
I'll see it when it comes out on DVD or something or Blu-ray.
Well, my Star Wars fandom, I have to go opening day. So I did it for Rogue One, did it for all the movies.
Opening day for Han. I don't know. I mean, the thing I'm most excited about is definitely Donald Glover being Lando Calrissian because he is just fucking awesome.
I want to hear Redbone on that ship, man.
You're rocking out to that right here.
It's gonna be good, man.
Jamming to some
Charles Gambino. But anyways, with that, speaking of Game of Thrones, David, I can't say his name right.
Benioff?
David Benioff and D.B. Wise. They all have weird fucking names. The not creators, but the producers of the Game of Thrones. Game of Thrones. They're writing a series of Star Wars movies apparently, and they announced that Rian Johnson obviously was going to do a new trilogy, but this is going to be totally different from that trilogy.
Yeah,
they're making their own, not connected to any Skywalkers.
It's exciting. Because, I mean, Game of Thrones is obviously a fucking hit.
I would love to see a Game of Thrones style Star Wars movie.
How sick would that be? But then to think, I mean, I've never read Dune Club.
Yeah.
But that's what Dune is. I've never read Dune. Dune is like a space Game of Thrones. There's different houses and everything.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I would think it's going to be something similar to Dune.
I think so. I mean, I'm not sure what, they're probably going to start this creating. I mean, Rian Johnson seems like he's just going to make some new shit up. And, these guys I feel like they might go for the Knights of the Old Republic kind of thing.
That'd be awesome.
That'd be really, I want to see a Darth Bane movie. I want to see that in action. I mean, we've seen it in the game somewhat. But, I want to see like a fucking army of Jedi and an army of Sith just freaking mauling each other.
Creating the rule of two.
Yeah, I want to see that, man. But we'll see where they're going with that because they're reportedly going to be doing some Star Wars TV shows, I guess. But I don't think all the reports say these guys are doing movies. So
I read that Disney's streaming service is going to have like Star Wars exclusives or something like that that you can only watch there, which
I assume
fucking
cartoons
sucks.
maybe too. Like
Yeah, maybe. Yeah.
Clone Wars style kind of things like Rebels. 'Cause I think Rebels is done. They just finished their last season.
Yeah, the last episode was what?
Not too long ago. Last month, like a few months
End
ago.
of last month.
Yeah, so they're done with that. So they're open to do plenty more Star Wars content. Whether we want it or not. So we're gonna
seems to be Disney's go-to.
just give them more Star Wars till they fucking can't take it anymore.
Fucking cares if they want it? Give it to them.
Just give them more. But moving on from Star Wars, man, a lot of crazy superhero things happening, man. Your boy finally got some camera time.
Yeah.
Deadpool trailer came out with Cable.
Yeah,
how do you feel?
Josh Brolin, he looked awesome.
How do you feel? Is he think
looked
it's
awesome.
accurate
he
to the
sounded
comics?
Great. Yeah, I would think it's accurate. I think it's pretty accurate.
I think I asked you before. What's the significance of the bear? I feel like I asked you on another episode.
He's saving it for Hope Summers, who's supposed to be like the messiah of mutants, and he like protects her when she's a baby. And I think his parents gave it to him when he was a kid.
Really?
Yeah.
I think I saw that. I was kind of like, I remember you talking about it at one point. Excuse me. But yeah, man, it looks like it's going to be a really
that part where
intense...
he just fucking takes the 2 shots with the metal arm.
Yeah.
Boom. Oh, man. It looks great.
Oh, it's going to be crazy. And who's that other... There was another girl.
Not Megasonic Teenage War. Where is it?
Was it her? I think it must have been
one
her.
who was on top of she's obviously... I think you're talking about Megasonic. She's
Yeah.
obviously more powerful. The one that was like this... That had her arms like that. That's Megasonic Teenage Warhead.
Oh no! Well, there you go. So it's definitely going to be easily a fucking
Oh man!
masterpiece.
Now that I want to go see opening day.
Yeah, there you go, man.
Fucking love Cable.
Yeah, so it's finally, and we're hoping they'll connect into other cool films in the future.
Well, I mean, what's his name? Shit. Terry. He's in a lot of Adam Sandler movies. Terry.
Oh, I can't think of his last name.
Not
Terry Bradshaw.
He's in all the Old Spice commercials where he's like playing the drums.
Terry Crews.
Terry Crews. You see him on the back of the jet with Domino and Deadpool.
I didn't even notice that.
Yeah.
Really?
So I'm trying to wonder, who's he going to play? Is he going to be Bishop? Because, I mean, he looks kind of like Bishop.
Make him Bishop.
Why would Bishop and Cable, be working together?
Yeah, I wonder what they would do with him.
There's literally a whole series where they're trying to kill each other.
Make him Luke Cage, man. That's why I originally wanted him. I love the guy who plays Luke Cage on the TV show.
Yeah.
But
yeah.
I mean,
and he's gonna stop and try to sell you some Old Spice.
Yeah, right.
No, Cable, wait. Be fresh.
Hey, Old Spice. Ah!
You look like you're perspiring.
Gunfire coming out, just throwing bars of soap at people. But another one I can't fucking wait to see, man. I think it's going to be great. It's looking very exciting. Marvel just cannot stop oozing greatness.
Yes. Sorry, DC.
And that brings us to our next story, another fucking Marvel story. Just today, we're filming this on the 8th. Yesterday, the 7th, they showed on Instagram. I follow the people who made the Venom movie. They have an official Instagram page. They put a poster up, and on Facebook and whatnot too, for Venom, and it just captioned tomorrow. So I assumed it was going to be a trailer. Today we got that trailer 9 o'clock in the morning as I
watched it at work
in my van. I was like, "This is awesome." If you first look at Tom Hardy in action, it's looking like it's taking place in San Francisco where he lived originally, but I think it's going to move to New York at some point. It kind of has to. People were kind of disappointed because we didn't get any Venom action, but it's
it's a teaser.
It's a teaser,
it says
man.
A teaser trailer.
We don't want to see, but we get a nice shot of the symbiote in a tank in the back of a truck with a bunch of mobsters. So I assume, or scientists or whatever, because it looks like they have Tom Hardy in this lab and he's going under some kind of procedure. I'm not sure that's how we get.
I wonder what that's all about.
Maybe they kind of force it on him. In the books, he kind of finds it because Spidey has it first.
Yeah.
So we didn't get a black suit Spider-Man. and they say that it's going to be tied in with Tom Holland.
Yes, isn't he supposed to make an appearance?
Apparently, but like Sony has their brand all over the freaking trailer.
Yeah.
I noticed, so it's like, is that connected? I'm not sure if Sony still owns a part of that of Spider-Man. I'm not sure.
I think Sony's up for sale when it comes to that franchise.
Yeah,
now,
but it's like Marvel's connected, or maybe I'm not sure what the legal craziness of it is, but it seems like it's possible to put him in there. But it's very gritty looking, very interesting looking. They could do possibly anything with this now.
Yeah.
So I'm not sure.
Like Tom Hardy.
Yeah, man. It's
good
like,
actor.
Went from DC to Marvel. You know, that's a crazy transition.
It happens.
So
look at Ben Affleck.
Let's not talk about Ben Affleck.
The Batfleck.
Poor Batfleck. He's not. I think he's done, man.
Yeah, that
guy
he just doesn't want to be Batman anymore. And like,
I'm seeing so many reports. I talked to like 3 people about it today. You know, people are talking about Joaquin Phoenix wants to be the Joker, or they're casting him to play Joker.
I read that. Yeah, I read that.
And they want what's his name to play Batman? Jake Gyllenhaal. And I can't see that.
And I can't either.
Some people think maybe Jake Gyllenhaal could be Jake Gyllenhaal. Could be the Joker. I guess I could see that. Joaquin, he seems crazy enough.
I still want to see a DiCaprio Joker.
I guess that was just a rumor, apparently.
Man.
I'm not sure. It's like...
Bummer.
It's like,
or William Dafoe.
William Dafoe.
Like, why hasn't William Dafoe been
That's
Joker?
what I want. That's what I want, man. Here, ready, guys? I'm going to show you a really cool picture of Willem Dafoe as the Joker, and you tell me how it feels. Ready? And go. Hopefully that image worked. Anyways, I mean, it's obvious to do that, but, you know, they want to go younger guys, whatever. I understand it, but, you know, it's definitely...
He's also like the perfect build. He's skinny and lanky. Yeah.
Yeah, and he looks like the Arkham Asylum.
Yeah.
You know, the games. You know, I think it looks perfect. But you know, we'll see what happens in that realm. But for now, Marvel's still going to take over and kick all our asses.
Sorry, DC.
Moving on, let's talk about the comics you're reading lately, dude. I've been really slacking on the books. I've been trying to keep up with shit. Recently, we went to...
Did you pick up today? We stopped at Capsule.
We stopped at the Capsule today, and I got like 3. This one I'm trying to catch up on. I'm missing 2 issues. I have 1 at home, but the new Spider-Man, the Peter Parker Spectacular Spider-Man I've been reading, it went up to issue 6, then it jumped into this Marvel Legacy series that's been going on for a while. Apparently, it's jumped from 4 to 297, I believe. Yeah, so I have 298 and 299 right here. One featuring release coming up next week, Mr. Black Panther. Jumping into
that movie.
Yeah, and seeing him mix up with Spider-Man, that's very cool.
But you know what I noticed? Spider-Man's like on the floor. So did he save him or did he like kick his ass?
Well, that's the thing. I've read that far.
You're gonna have to let us know.
It's a lot of like, it's really intense. It gets really intense, man, for Spider-Man. It's a goofy series, and so I have his 299 too. And I'll put up all the images. I'll put up 297 up there too. Yeah, 97. So I still got to pick up 6. There's a mix-up at the store the other day. I thought that I was caught up, and I called the books there, but the only issue he didn't have was 6. So I had to pick up that one, and I'll continue reading on. It'll be in about 2 weeks or so. So thanks Time Capsule again for hooking us up with the books.
You're the man.
And for the DC side of things, I've talked about the series a lot on the show. It's Dark Knights, the Dark Knights Metal books. This one's a very popular issue. The Batman Who Laughs. Really, really cool imagery, great artwork, and just a really intense read. So it's something for any Batman fan, any comic fan, to really read this. So these are tie-ins.
They're kind of like Venomverse, I'm guessing, right?
It's like Venomverse, but more fucked up. So it's like...
Yeah, you were flipping through some pages earlier, you know? Seeing, like, Batman... It's like, fucked up.
Yeah, because you have this one, you have the Doomsday, well, the Batman, the Devastator, right there, which again I will put up Ew, we don't want to see that. Anyways, yeah, it's really cool stuff, man. Like there's a lot to read. I've been reading the main series first, and I'm starting to get into the tie-ins now. So these are both tie-ins. That kind of they're not necessary to read, but they're definitely they give you a little more. They're fun. They give you a little more detail and like definitely make you, want more. So definitely something. And I'm also reading on digital, kind of rereading. 'Cause I read half the series before, but I never really finished it. Is Planet Hulk. Just really interesting stuff. I mean, I've heard things that doesn't really end great, but I mean, I'm a big Hulk fan. So that's definitely one. I'm sure people who like the Hulk should definitely read Planet Hulk. It's really cool story. It's the Hulk gets banished from Earth by the Avengers and tell him to fuck off because he's like, you're destroying shit, Banner. Fuck you. Get the fuck Hulk. Don't give a fuck. And he just, in the Avengers movie,
he smash your fucking face.
Yeah, in the Avengers movie, he sent himself out into space.
Yeah.
In this one, Mr. Fantastic's now get in this fucking pod and leave. And it's like, oh no, don't.
For the love of God.
So, and there's really cool gladiator fights, kind of Ragnarok style, where they definitely borrowed from Planet Hulk and Ragnarok.
Yeah, oh yeah,
for
absolutely.
Sure. Yeah, basically those 4, 5, 6 books I'm reading at the same time is what I'm going through, and I know you've been talking about this for episodes and episodes. You finally got in. What do you got there, pal?
I got in a Watchmen box from
Look at that.
Comic Book Girl 19.
Very yeller.
It's pretty sweet.
Open that up. Let's see what we got here.
Inside.
Let's see what we got. Pins.
Comes with Doomsday Clock pen.
Little pin there.
It has
some patches.
Iron on Robot as the comedian.
That's a Comic Book Girl character.
Yep, he's one of the he's like a co-host.
Looks like Bender.
And this is Who Watches the Watchmen class schedule for reading the graphic novel. And I mean, it's pushed a week back because she doesn't watch football. And the first episode was supposed to air night of the Super Bowl. She still recorded an episode. She just made it like an orientation episode. So just more about the Watchmen,
Now, people who are looking to follow along, where can you find that information for Comic Book Girl 19 on YouTube?
Yeah, YouTube.
She's doing live streams on her page.
She has live streams on YouTube. She has an Instagram, a Facebook.
Very cool.
But yeah, she's awesome YouTuber. Lots of information. She's got a lot of good taste in movies, except for Star Wars, because she doesn't like Star Wars. So that's the one thing I disagree with about.
Well, I don't like her anymore.
She's a Trek.
Ah.
Came with this cool sticker sheet as like all the characters on her show as the Watchmen.
Very cool.
Her as Dr. Manhattan. Space Brain as Night Owl. Silk Spectre, Beans, her cat. I can't pronounce his fucking name. What was his name?
Beans the cat?
No.
Oh, Ozzy Marine.
Something like that.
He was practicing it before the show, and he still fucked it up.
It looks like Rorschach is
Marin.
one of the trolls. She has like a lot of trolls that talk shit. And, of course...
The pièce de résistance.
The graphic novel.
Look at that. It's like a Bible.
From her. And it's signed by her. And it has an official Watchmen Club stamp. And this is like my favorite here.
The bookmark.
Very of
cool.
her as Dr. Manhattan. It says, Who Watches the Watchmen Club on the back.
Very cool, man. Now, how many books is in this sucker?
12, I think.
12 books,
12, I believe, yeah. I've read the first 2. I'm trying to follow the schedule as much as possible. I want to read more.
And what are your thoughts so far?
Huh?
What are your thoughts so far on the first couple?
It's fucking awesome, man. It's Alan Moore. He wrote V for Vendetta.
Yeah. You finally finished.
Finally made it through a DC movie. And it's...
You tried to watch that a couple times and you make it
I
through
always
it.
fall asleep. Like, I'll fall asleep, because it's like the director's cut. It's like 4 hours long. So, like, I wound up falling asleep because it says, like, slow in the beginning. And Joe walks in, she's like, are you drunk? And I'm like, no, I'm just trying to fucking watch The Watchmen. But,
it's a cool movie, though, right?
Yes, it's pretty cool, you know? I mean... So far, like I said, I've only read the first 2 books of Watchmen and the graphic novel, and the beginning is Rorschach is investigating the death of one of the superheroes that was knocked off, and it was the comedian. Now, in the book, they don't show the comedian actually dying. They don't show him being killed, but in the movie, they do, which I think is kind of cool, which kind of gives you this picture of what happened, like Rogue One, closes a gap for you. It's pretty cool. I mean, it's good. I mean, it's pretty good. I mean, my favorite scene was the prison scene when Rorschach's in prison, and the guy like goes to shank him, and he like blocks the shank with a fucking tray, and then smacks him with it, and then fucking breaks the glass with his elbow, and grabs the hot fryer oil and dumps it on his head. And he's just sitting there screaming, and he's like, let's get something straight. I'm not locked in here with you.
You're locked in here with me.
You guys are locked in here with me.
I love it.
He's like 5-0, and he just kicks ass. I fucking love it.
Yeah, totally. I haven't watched that in a while. I think I watched it when it first came out. When did this movie come out?
A long time ago.
This movie came out in, like, I can't remember sure where do you see the year? Because it was a while ago. 2009. 2009? Really?
Wow.
So when I got out of high school? Really? Makes sense, I guess. But yeah, man. I mean, totally cool shit, man. The craziness. But besides the Watchmen, what else you got there? I saw you walking out with a stack today.
Always.
What do you got?
We're reading Deadpool vs. Old Man Logan.
That's another one I
got the
forgot
variant.
to mention.
Yours is at home, right?
Yeah, mine's at home. I bought the other
I got the
day.
variant. I don't know what the other cover looks like.
I'll put them up.
I'll put them up for you. So far, this is a fucking fun book. It's a lot of fun. It's definitely for like adults. So
And the last one's
coming up.
coming
You walk
up.
in and see your 10-year-old reading this book. I would
Smack it out of her hand.
I would kind of be like, get that out of your hand. But I'm still proud of you, son. And of course, Cable. And then on Cable. Cable's awesome.
Speaking of Cable.
And
a stack and a half, huh?
Iron Fist.
Some more Iron Fist. Very cool.
And X-Men Gold.
That's
20 and 21. So when I was talking to Jeff today, he was saying that they're probably going to stop at like 25 or 27.
Really?
And then they're just going to, with like what they're doing with all comics lately, like they stop at a certain issue and then they just kind of make it back to like Uncanny 725 or something like that, you know?
There's a lot of X-Men, man. It's same thing with my Spider-Man. Like talking to guys. I went last week to get books and today, and a lot of people talking Spider-Man lately. And there's just so much Spider-Man to read lately. I've noticed it's really hard to keep up. I'm fine with my series for now.
It's not even lately. There's always been a lot of Spider-Man to read.
Yeah, but I don't know, today I feel like it's
yeah.
I look at the shelves. I'm like, man, I want to read like these Miles Morales books. I want to read like some Spider-Gwen.
You know, that's something I wanted to get into. Miles Morales. He's going to be played by Donald Glover. In the voice in the animated movie.
Oh, in the animated movie, yeah. So that I'm super excited. And any Spider-Man, give me more Spider-Man. Don't give me any more Star Wars. Give me Spider-Man.
Exactly.
I'll take that. And
speaking of movies, I watched Blade Runner the other night.
What'd you think of it? You finally watched it?
I fucking liked it. I loved it. I thought it was great.
You still got to watch the new one?
Yeah, I'm going to watch the new one. I got it.
That one you got to pack a lunch. I've said it before.
Because it's not... I mean, this one's pretty long, too.
Yeah.
But, I mean, it was just cool. It was very different. It's Ridley Scott and Harrison Ford.
Yeah.
How can you go wrong? This bombed in the box office just like the newer one did. So, I mean, and now it's a cult classic. So, I'm guessing the newer one's got to be not so bad because I've read a lot of good reviews on the newer one, too. So, I'm pretty excited to see that one because... this is fucking great. It's
really tough to remake. You know, America is really insisting on remaking everything, and it's just like
running out of ideas here.
Yeah. Although speaking of, we talked about Super Bowl earlier. A side note: I don't know if you noticed this in the commercials. few weeks back they announced a Crocodile Dundee movie.
Oh yeah.
With Danny McBride, and at first I'm like, this has got to be a joke, and I'm like, yeah, that's how people are today in the movie business. They gotta make stupid movies, and thank God, it was all just a peruse.
I'm not gonna lie, I want to see it.
Oh no!
I mean, Danny McBride's fucking hilarious.
Yeah, he's a funny guy, but he's not. Don't ruin Crocodile Dundee,
How
man.
can you ruin it? He was with the guy got with American Woman. I mean,
Yeah, Chris Hemsworth was in it. But so, if you guys didn't notice, all they did was they did a commercial for it. There was like the full-length trailer for Crocodile Dundee, and it was just them, like, it's the trailer. Then it's like they're flashing to like, oh, they're gonna explore the lands of the Aussie land, whatever, but and dance with kangaroos and shit. And they're in a restaurant, and like he's like, wait a minute, this isn't really a movie, right? And Chris Hemsworth was like, hell no.
You'd play Crocodile Dundee?
This is just a vacation spot for fucking Australia. And I'm like, thank God. I bursted out laughing. I'm like, thank you, God.
I wanted to see it.
Oh.
There's a scene where he's got that big Bowie knife and he's like
shaving his face.
the side of his neck, and
He's
then like
bleeding.
he looks to the right and he's got all this fucking blood just leaking down the side of his neck.
Ridiculous. But
It's fucking hilarious.
I'm just so happy it's not real, man. I would have been
a
terrified.
little sad.
Like, remake, stop remaking things. It's not working. Get original ideas. It just that's where we're going.
It's a problem these days. We don't have anyone to give us any original ideas. So here's an idea. We'll just remake this.
It's a sad thing, but we still at least have some new movies to look out for. We have Black Panther coming out next week in like at least 7 days, I think.
That's already got 100% of Rotten Tomatoes.
Already killing it. I haven't even seen the movie yet. And
No one's seen the movie yet.
well, they
Besides
had
the critics, right?
The premiere came out the other night.
Oh, it did?
So yeah, in Los Angeles or whatever. So those fuckers had to see everything before us,
Fuck
and
suckers.
already just crazy reviews saying it's going to be
100% of Rotten Tomatoes.
Yeah. So along with that, we had another Infinity Wars trailer during the Super Bowl as well. It's just everything is just building more. Marvel can't stop, man. You can't stop, won't stop.
You're not going to stop the Marvel.
You can't do it, man. But anyways, guys, that's all the news we have there. I crossed out too many lines. Finally getting organized with this shit. But just so you guys know, we'll be doing another show probably next week, covering some more stuff. We're trying to continue that Star Wars review series we're doing with Dylan. Also, check our YouTube page for I've been doing wacky Fortnite videos and stuff. You gotta jump on Fortnite with us, man.
I do. Fortnite's a lot of fun. It's a lot of fun. And I got my boy at work to download it too, and he said it's fucking really
If you play on a team with us, meet me, my buddy Andrew, and his buddy Jeremy, who's a buddy of mine too. And we always play like 3. So if we get like one more guy, it'll be a full team, and we can just take on. I finally got my first victory royale the other night by myself.
Oh, yeah?
With like random people on a
killed
team.
like 1 or 2 people at a time.
It's a tough game.
It's hard,
but
man. A lot of people playing. There's people sniping.
Yeah, you gotta really get.
Be running through a field and just.
Yeah, don't run through the fields.
Fuck.
Don't do it.
And it's not like something that you respawn in. Like you have to go through the whole process again.
Yeah, you gotta survive, man. But so
a lot of fun,
look
though.
forward to Finch joining us in Fortnite one of these nights. It's gonna
Dolph
be awesome.
Vader.
Dolph Vader.
Or Vador.
We'll work our way to number 1, or at least top 3 spot. But anyways, guys, we're the Friggin Nerds Show. I've been Mario Lima.
James Finch.
Stay friggin' nerdy, guys.